Today, the West Coast Conference volleyball season draws to a close, and a pair of in-state rivals will fight it out in Corvallis. The Oregon State Beavers host the Portland Pilots, and it's all here on ESPN+. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Burke on site here at Gill Coliseum. The Pac-12 Conference is reborn next year, and today, the Beaver volleyball team plays their final match of their two-year stint as affiliate members of the WCC. Oregon State is 18-9. Portland is 14-14 and needs a win to finish above 500. These two met in Portland on October 30th, and the Beavers outdid the Pilots in every category. They out-aced them 11-2. They outdug the Pilots, a pancake there by Yasmin Arlioglu. They out-hit them 333-161, outblocked them 10-6. They were big at the net all day long. The Beavers won in three, 25-15, 25-21, 25-16. The Pilots, though, are finishing the season on a high note, winning three of their last four. They only lost to undefeated San Diego. They took that one to a fifth set. The Pilots, Havana Hepp was the reigning WCC Setter of the Week last week, leading the Pilots to their first ever win over Washington State, winning in four in Pullman, and sweeping Gonzaga on the road. Over her last five matches, Hepp is averaging 10.3 assists per set. Outside hitter Ellen Larson, middle blocker Taina Ka'awai are two of her favorite targets, and both have excelled in November. Lauren Rummel is in her final match as a Beaver, and what a career she's had. And freshman Miley Cormier figures to fill Rummel's shoes as the primary go-to next year. Rummel and Cormier playing under Lindsay Bohonic in her third year now after 10 years as an assistant at Pitt. And this program very much on the rise, looking for their 19th win. Fourth time in program history. They have had 18 wins. And Megan Burton, the head coach for the University of Portland in her sixth year after a year as a pilot assistant, former middle blocker at St. Mary's, and still among the Gales' all-time leaders in blocks and hitting percentage. Her team again finishing on a high, winning three of their last four. Burton told me today that she wants a good one to finish. She hopes that both teams bring their A games. College volleyball, best of 5 sets. The first 4 sets to 25. Of course, you have to win by 2. And the fifth set, if necessary, would be to 15. And there's Lauren Rummel playing her final collegiate volleyball match, one of the best Oregon State Beavers ever. Started with a year in her hometown, playing in Tucson for the University of Arizona, and then transferred here for Lindsay Bohonic's first year. Havana Heft, and she tees up Lucia Busso. Got dug. There's a swing off speed by Cormier, kept alive very nicely by Robbins and Hildenbrand. Matias on the back set. Hester puts it down, and Oregon State for the first point of this match. Monica Hester, another of the Oregon State players, playing their final match. Hester and Rummel. There's Rummel. Sent over on second contact by Hepp. That's all she could do. Hester and Woodward Hart unable to dig it. And immediately, Annika Hester already with a couple of kills. Hester averaging just over 2 kills per set. And has also been blocking at a really elite level. Woodward Hart's pass, tied to the net, sent over by Busso. Pushed down by Robbins, set by Rummel. Swing by Cormier off the high hand, dug by Woodward Hart. F going outside to Robbins, well off the net. Easily read by Oregon State. And Cormier tools the block, just pushing it into the block of Busso. And Nevaeh Bray. And Oregon State, the first 3 points of this match. Rummel typically puts a lot of pressure on the other team from the service line. Hildenbrand, an overpass, and a little wrist away by Cormier. Not sure that's the contact she intended, but it worked out. 4-0 Oregon State. In fact, I am sure that is not the contact that she intended. That's a tough thing to read. Oregon State with the first 4 points. Hildenbrand, Woodward Hart, Robbins in serve receive. They're out assistant. They have to go outside to Robbins, well off the net. Lots of options here. Bump set by Narlioglu. It's Hester, and she gets rejected. And there is the first point for the Pilots. Nevaeh Bray and Maui Robbins on the block. And it was Robbins that got a hand on it. And the libero, Tanoa Woodward-Hart with the serve. Has the Beavers out of system. It's Cormier looking for the side out. Back set, Busso. High on the platform of Jackie Matias. Bump set by Narlioglu. Swing by Cormier. She tools the block. Side out Oregon State. And an early 5-1 lead. Oregon State losing last Saturday on the road at Seattle U in one of the biggest upsets in the West Coast Conference in 2025. Redhawks won 25-19, 25-12, 17-25, 21-25, and Oregon State on the verge of a reverse sweep, but Seattle U won the last set 15-10. Cheyenne Green comes out for Oregon State. And Lucia Busso, native of Italy, a senior, playing her final match. 11th in the WCC in hitting percentage at .286, and an overpass is put down by Robbins. 5-3 Oregon State. Narlioglu and Rummel in serve receive. See if Busso targets Rummel again. Averaging .23 service aces per set, 23 service aces, 41 service error. It was Rummel. Better pass this time. Mars gets dug by Woodward-Hart. F going outside to Robbins, close to the net, off the high hands. A kill for Maui Robbins, and just like that, the Pilots are back within one. Maui Robbins, senior from Kalihi, Hawaii. Maui from Oahu. Went to Kamehameha Kapalama High School. Same high school as Oregon State's Emma Leo and Kama Goldstein. Matias having to go outside to Cormier. Got dug by Busso. Dump effort by Heft. Read well by Oregon State. There's Cormier again and rejected. Second block. That was the setter, Havana Heft. Averages about a block every 3 sets. And we're even at 5. Kanaka'awai in there as well. Busso has him on a run. It's a 4-0 run. That one goes long. Still good work at the service line by Busso. He has been playing at an elite level as a right side hitter. Last 9 matches since October 25th, hitting .346, 2.8 kills per set. She comes out. Jaren Hildenbrand comes in. And Emma Lilo will serve for Oregon State. Her second match back. She had played at Seattle U. Ka'awai dug by Narlioglu. Back in the face. Here's Robbins. Free ball for Oregon State. Narlioglu teeing up. Cormier. Big swing. Cross court. Back line. Got it. And 7-5 OSU. Little wrist away by Cormier, the freshman from the Magdalene Islands, Quebec. Cross body by Robbins went wide. Attack error for Maui Robbins. Made 5 Oregon State. First attack error on Robbins. 7 swings, go along with a couple of kills. Emma Lilo, former high school teammate of Robbins, with the serve. Narlioglu going to Bridget Gould, going high hands and didn't get him. It's 8-6. Oregon State with the first set lead. The Swede Ellen Larson checks in for the Pilots, playing on the left side. And Robbins sends the serve away, has the Beavers out of system. Free ball coming for the Pilots as they try to get back within 1. Heft. There's a big dig by Rummel. Swing by Cormier. Overhand dig. That was Larkin Chalk. And spun away by Larson. 9-6 Beeps. A big swing by Tanakawa as part of that rally, and a good dig by Rummel. Tia Shum, the London, Ontario native, Saunders secondary, a transfer this year from East Carolina. Her final collegiate volleyball match. Pushed over by Ka'awai, dug by Gould, bump set Narlioglu, swing by Rummel going back line. Got the touch. 10-6 Beeps. Oregon State opening it up again. They have had a couple of 4-point leads now. A couple of times Portland has trimmed it to within one. Woodward Hart's passes on the money. Half went for the dump. Read well by Shum. Swing by Rummel. She got dug by Chalk. Outside, and Larson with her first kill in the wrist away. Ellen Larson, just over 3 kills per set. Tops on the team, 10th in the WCC. She'll play professional volleyball in Europe, you would think. Native of Sweden, frequent member of Swedish youth national teams, both indoor and beach. Good pass by Shum, and the swing by Mars. She got dug by Ka'awai back row. Free ball for Oregon State. Lots of options. Matias teeing up Mars, and she gets it done. In fact, that was Lilo with the set, and it's 11-7 Beeps. And Alana Mars has her first kill. Green and Narlioglu come out. Brother Mars and Narlioglu come out. Green and Goldstein come in. Goldstein's former high school teammate, although they were 3 years apart. Maui Robbins was in the middle of serve receive, but it's a service error. 11-8 Oregon State. Lucia Busso checks back in. Busso, Bray, and Larson in the front row for the Pilots. Back set. Gould high in the air, and that hit above the platform of Woodward Hart. And Bridget Gould has her first kill. 12-8 Beeps. Gould and Lilo out. Hester and Matias in. Bridget Gould, big left arm there. Set by Bray. Swing by Busso, went off speed, and now Rummel off the high hand, soft block, dug by Woodward Hart, and the swing by Busso goes long. 13-8 Oregon State, their biggest lead. Jackie Matias, junior out of Honolulu, Punahou School, University of Hawaii, dials up an ace. First of the match for either team. Matias, 25 service aces this year against just 22 service errors. Averages about an ace every 4 sets. And she has back-to-back. Back-to-back aces for Jackie Matias. And it's 15-8 Oregon State. Timeout on the floor. Set 1 action. Beavers have opened it up against the Pilots. Lindsey Bohannock in her 3rd year, and it's really incredible the rise this team has had, leading Portland 15-8. Look at the records overall and in conference year by year. 18-9 this year, 12-5 in their 2nd year in the West Coast Conference. There are losses in conference play to Pepperdine, Washington State, Seattle U, and twice to undefeated San Diego. Service error for Matias, 15-9 Oregon State. A couple of aces for Jackie that trip to the service line. And Jaron Hildenbrand will come in and serve and play defense for Portland. A true freshman from Portland in Westside Christian High School. Didn't play either match last week. She had broken her elbow in high school And she thought that she had done it again a couple of weeks ago, but thankfully she's fine. She gets the dig there, right in the dime. Heft on the backside. Busso with the kill. Going back to that great dig by Jaron Hildenbrand that was right on the mark. 15-10 OSU. Shama Narlioglu in serve receive, as Hildenbrand will go to work in the service line again. First team All-State last year in Oregon. Fourth year on varsity at Westside Christian High School. And it's an ace for Hildenbrand. Her serving efficiency has been down a bit. The last 7 matches, 6 aces against 17 service errors. Prior to that, 19 aces, just 15 service errors. But she has an ace there, and the Pilots back within 4. See if she targets Shum again. This time Narlioglu pass on the money. Matias going to Green, back in her face. And Woodward Hart unable to dig it. Lauren Rummel, one of the first recruits of Lindsey Bohanec. Best records in program history. 21 wins, 2014 and 2017. 2014, they went to the Sweet 16. 2017, NCAA tournament like 2014. Just those 2 times, the only time since 2001 that Oregon State has been to the NCAA tournament. A couple of years ago in Bohanec's first year, 6 Pac-12 wins after just 14 in the previous 5 years combined. It was a great start for her. Rummel started this match at the service line, got the first 4 points for Oregon State. She has the set here. Hester with a swing. She had the first 2 kills of this match, and she has another one here. That's her 3rd. Annika Hester. Told you earlier this year, one of her hobbies is painting, drawing, sculpture. I'll show you a little bit more about that later on. Robbins going wrist away, hard angle attack, and goes wide. That's her 2nd attack error. 18-11 Oregon State. Hildenbrand, Woodward Hart, Robbins in serve receive. Maui Robbins, an excellent passer. A good or better pass 62% of the time. Good pass by Woodward Hart there, and Robbins pushed it down. Back in her face-off, Hester. Heft was there to cover things up. Back row attack by Rummel, flying high through the air. Lauren Rummel gets Oregon State up 19-11. That's her 3rd kill without an attack error in 6 wings. Timeout, Pilots. Beavers have taken charge here in this first set. (19-11) Oregon State here in the first set over Portland. Beavers dominated the Pilots, winning in 3 sets. It was on October the 30th. This is the 55th all-time meeting. Oregon State leads 46-8. Good pass by Woodward Hart. Busso off the back set. Kept alive by Rummel and Cormier. Free ball coming for the Pilots. Do they ever need it right here? It's Busso again pushing it down. She had excellent court vision there. Lucia Busso from Italy. Now, she could play pro volleyball over there. Italy has some of the best professional volleyball in the world. Many people would say the best. Italy, Turkey, Japan, the U.S., all excellent professional volleyball elsewhere as well. There's Cormier tooling the block. And it's 2012, side out Oregon State. Lucia Busso, according to Megan Burton, her head coach, kind of feeling her 4th year, as she said. Shoulders barking at her a bit. Not sure if she's going to play professionally or not. And here is Alondra Paz, her first action in quite some time. And I've played the last 9 matches out with an undisclosed injury. Overhand dig by Matias. The set by Paz. The swing for Hester. Off the soft block. Hef there for the dig. Bump set Woodward hard. Busso sends it over. Lunging play by Hester. Matias. Sent to the back line. Hildenbrand there. Swing by Busso off the top of the tape. Dug by Hester. Matias going outside. And a little bit of missed contact there for Cormier. And side out for Portland. Breathing room, though, for Oregon State here in this first set. Green and Paz come out for Oregon State. Monomar's back in the middle for the Beavs as Lucia Busso sends it away. Beavers out of system. Matias goes back set to Hester. Anyway, gets dug by Hildenbrand. That dig up near the scoreboard. Lunging play by Busso. Matias. Dug by Busso. Half went for the dump. Second contact. Back row attack by Rummel. Kept alive by Woodward Hart. Longest rally of this first set. There's a dig by Busso. That's her 3rd this point alone. Back set. Hester. Dug by Hildenbrand. Hef going outside to Robbins. Pushing it down. Maui Robbins. That's a big point earned by Portland. Might be too late this set. They need to go on a run here. But a hard-fought point. And Maui Robbins now with 3 kills. To attack Era's 11 swings. Busso had 3 good digs that point alone. She serves it away. And it goes long. 21-14 Oregon State. Beavers leading it 21-14. And had a whistle there. It's a timeout taken. Or is it a challenge issue? Allie Garwood is over by the monitor, but no, she's not doing any work there. I guess it's a timeout taken by the pilots. They use their second timeout here in this first set. Beavers leading by a football score, and of course, Jamarcus Shepard hired as the new head football coach for Oregon State. Everything I've read, every person that has had anything to say about Jamarcus Shepard says that is an excellent hire. He'll be introduced here in Corvallis on Tuesday. And his family will be here, the 42-year-old. Great hire for the Beavs, according to anybody you ask. There he is. Jamarcus Shepard. Offensive-minded coach. Been a receivers coach in a lot of places, including University of Washington. They are really excited here in Corvallis. Ready to turn the page from a disastrous season and get back to true Beaver football. Larkin Chalk checking in as DS for Portland. And Busso comes out. Emelilo will serve for Oregon State. She and Bridget Gould back in the match as Oregon State goes back to a 6-2 where they spent the bulk of the season. Free ball coming because of that serve by Lilo. Lilo teeing up Gould in the back set. Lunging dig effort by Chalk. She couldn't do it. And Gould has her second kill of the match. 22-14 Oregon State. Woodward Hart, Hildenbrand, Robbins in serve receive. They keep it away from Robbins. It is an ace for Lilo. Woodward Hart at the bottom drop out of that one. Lilo now with 14 service aces. Beavers 2 points away from a first set win with ease. High on the platform at Hildenbrand, struggling with serve receive right now. Robbins, instead of diving into the front row, that was a good business decision there with her team down so big in this set. And it's set point for Oregon State. At times this year, serve receive has been a problem. Callie Piper is in the match at libero. Robbins off the soft block. Nice dig by Cormier. Gould back in her face. Sent over by Alana Mars, but goes wide. Right out of the pinball machine. And the side out to Portland. Second set point coming up for the Beavs. Ellen Larson in. Noah Woodward-Hart back in at libero. Piper comes out. Short serve. Cormier high in the air and rejected by Larson. Ellen Larson, the 6'2 Swede, averages about a block every 5 sets. Been playing offensively at a really high level and coming up big there. A block solo for Larson. That's her 4th this year. 3rd set point for the Beavs. And that's how the set ends. Beavers win at 25-17. Oregon State takes the first set against their in-state rivals after sweeping them on October 30th in Portland. And they win this set with ease, 25-16. Second set coming up in Corvallis. Well, forgive me, the timeout taken by Oregon State. So that point went Portland's way. And so it'll be the 4th set point coming up for Oregon State. My apologies. The Beavers take the timeout. And now Robbins will still be at the service line. Portland last week 1-2 in Washington. Thursday they beat Washington State in Pullman 3-1. Their first ever win over the Cougs. 28-26 in the first. They lost the second 25-12. Then they won 25-15, 25-18. And Saturday they swept a pesky Gonzaga team on the road. So after the Oregon State timeout, Robbins will be at the service line again with Narlioglu and Rummel in serve receive. Short serve into the net, and that's how the first set ends. Oregon State wins at 25-17. And the second set is coming up here in the final match of the season for the Beavs and the Pilots from Corvallis. Into the NCAA tournament that goes with it. Pepperdine is 14-3. Their RPI this week is 47, depending on how things shake out in other conferences that have conference tournaments. Pepperdine could get an at-large berth. Oregon State 12-5, Santa Clara 11-6. Oregon State could guarantee themselves finishing alone in 3rd place with a victory today. And the Toreros at 17-0, looking at the first undefeated WC season since 2022, when they advanced to the semifinals, the national semifinals. They had the WCC leaders in points per set, Nemo Beach, assists per set, Kylie Monday. 27-time in the NCAA tournament under their great head coach, Jennifer Petrie. And they're in the 4th set at home against Gonzaga. Gonzaga took the first set there at 25-20, but then San Diego dominated the next two, 25-10, 25-7. In the 4th, Gonzaga leading at 7-6. They're in the 3rd set at Pepperdine. St. Mary's won the first set there, 25-20. Pepperdine won the second set, 25-23. And they just wrapped up the 3rd, 25-22. So Pepperdine leading 2-1. And they're in the 3rd set at San Francisco. It is match point for Washington State. They won the first set 27-25, the second 25-14. They lead the 3rd 24-21. San Francisco started 1-12, but have won 4 straight since then, all at home. But it's looking like they're going to fall in their finale. They have to win the next 4 points to avoid that. Here's Cormier using the block. And it's 1-0 Oregon State here in the second set. And immediately, Alana Mars checks in, and Yasmin Arleoglu comes out for Oregon State, and Cheyenne Green will serve. Cormier does an excellent job of using that block. You would think she would be stepping into Lauren Rummel's shoes as a 6th rotation outside next year. Rummel with the set. Hester with the swing. What a diving dig. Nice play by Amaya Eason. And Mars with a crossbody. Eason couldn't dig that one. Wow, what a dig by Eason earlier in that point. The Sandy, Oregon native. Great kill for Alana Mars. Mars had 1 kill the first set. Green too strong there. Cheyenne has had a really strong freshman season at the service line. Tanoa Woodward-Hart of libero. Second-year starting libero. Back last week after missing the previous 2 matches with a concussion. Matias on the back set. Hester pushing it over right into the block. It wasn't where she would typically want it. It was a little forward of her body as she went up. But Annika, a very creative player, able to push that one off the block. And Melillo now will serve. Eason's pass is on the dime. Good coverage by Woodward-Hart. And sent down by Taina Ka'awai. Ka'awai hitting .379, 3rd in the WCC. 7 matches in November, hitting .443, 2 kills per set. Then being able to tee her up, a big reason why they've had the success they've had this month. Russo serve. Good pass by Arleoglu. Mars dug by Eason. Heft going outside to Robbins, going high hands, didn't get him. Went long, and it's 4-2 Oregon State. Beavers won the first 4 points of the first set. A couple of times the Pilots cut it to within 1 before Oregon State pulled away. Early middle stages of the set. And in fact now 3-3. Portland winning that point. On the kill by Robbins. So the Pilots can take their first lead in either set, but the serve goes wide. So previous point initially ruled no touch, changed to a touch, and so Robbins got her 4th kill. Beavers back in front 4-3. And Tia Shum will serve for the Beavs as Green comes out. Cormier coming out, pardon me. And there's an ace for Tia Shum. That's her first. Tia has great numbers, 27 service aces this year. She came in with just 17 service errors. Just over an ace every 4 sets. Hildebrandt's pass is a good one. Ka'awai, pancake by Shum, but they say it hit the floor. Taina Ka'awai won 3 Big Island high school titles. Probably were on the 4th for Kamehameha Hawaii High School in the Big Island, but sophomore year was canceled by the pandemic. Fellow Hawaiian Maui Robbins from Oahu, another of the Kamehameha schools, their Kapalama campus on Oahu. Serves it away to Tia Shum. There's Rummel. Give Rummel a chance to get that close to the net. And she's tough to block. 6-4 Beavs. Alondra paused, unable to play the last 9 matches because of an undisclosed injury. Had really been playing at an elite level prior to the injury. Larson dug by Lilo, pushed over by Rummel. Larson there. Back row attack by Robbins, dug by Shum. Lilo. Free ball. Wasn't the set that Lilo wanted. Ka'awai. And Shum unable to dig it. That ball was contacted by Gould on the other side of the line. And it's 6-5 Beavers. Gould went over to get it, but she was on the other side of the line. Ka'awai now with 3 kills and 10 swings without an attack error. Hitting 300. Her serve. Lilo going to Rummel, pushes it against the block, covers it up herself. Rummel, dug by Robbins. Heft on the slide. Great kill by Nevaeh Bray off 1 foot. Last 8 matches since October 30th. Averaging a block per set. Overall for the season, hitting at 279. Even at 6. Rummel puts it down. Her 5th kill without an attack error. 11 total attacks, 7-6 Beavs. Monica Hester back in. Lilo and Gould out. Hester and Matias in, and Oregon State 6-2. There's Bray on the slide and put down by Heft. Setters love that, don't they? Havana Heft averaging just over a kill every 2 sets. She'll go back and serve. The Belmont, California native. West Coast Conference Setter of the Week. Still haven't had a lead in this match. They have another opportunity here, tied at 7. Rummel, about 8 feet off the net. Busso high on the platform of Matias. Rummel teeing up Hester. We got a net violation against the Pilots. And Ellen Larson saying no, and a challenge has been issued. So first challenge of the match. And Ali Garwood will take a look at things. Net violation was ruled against Portland, but Pilots immediately said no. And it looks like a quick resolution to this one. And the point goes to the Pilots. There was no net violation. Or, in fact, there was. It was on Annika Hester of Oregon State. And so that's how the Pilots get their first lead of this match, 8-7. So net violation against Oregon State's Annika Hester. Havana Heft has played every set for Portland this year. Redshirt sophomore setter. Hester. Robbins goes for the dig. Heft went into the front row. Look out. All smiles for Portland. Looks like Havana's okay. Hester now with 5 kills. Watch the effort by Heft. Oof. That could have been much worse. Glad that she is okay. She's smiling right now. That's the trio in serve receive. And an ace. Lauren Rummel, her first service ace of the match. The Beavers 6th. When they met 4 weeks ago, the Beavers had 11 service aces, the Pilots 2. It's 6-2 in this one in favor of Oregon State. And make it 7-2. Another ace for Rummel, back to back. The Pilots had a brief lead at 8-7, their first of the entire match, but Oregon State has won the next 3 points. Rummel feeling the support of her teammates. F going to Busso. Lunging play by Matias, kept alive by Hester. Still a free ball. F went for the dump, and Green making contact with it. And Havana Heft has her second kill of the match. 10-9 Oregon State. Larson comes out. Maya Eason checks in, the sophomore from Sandy, Oregon. Played in the last 6 matches after not playing for 2 months. 11-9 after the service error by Eason. Cheyenne Green will serve for Oregon State. Short serve and an ace. Oregon State's 8th of the match. 12-9 Beavs. And just had a sudden drop at the end. Another short serve. Good pass by Robbins. Bray got the touch. 12-10 Oregon State. Side out Portland. Callie Piper had been in briefly at libero. Bray comes out. Ka'awai in. Woodward Hart back in at libero. Portland employing a double libero system with Piper occasionally coming in. There's Cormier off the soft block. Robbins was there. F teeing up Robbins, going back line. Dug by Rummel. Matias back set. Big swing for Hester. She tools the block. 13-10 Oregon State. 6 kills for Annika Hester, matching Miley Cormier for the team lead. 1 ahead of Lauren Rummel. Maui Robbins leads Portland with 4. Lilo and Gould in. Matias and Hester out. Emma Lilo with Oregon State's 9th ace of the match. Wow. Their 5th already this set. And Portland has run into problems this year. A lot of times it has been on serve receive. Rousseau off speed. Kept alive by Narlioglu. And a tumbling Cormier sent over by Lilo. And a kill by Ka'awai. Oregon State on the run that the entire point. Tana Ka'awai from Hilo, Hawaii. Big Island, one of Hawaii's Fab 15, the top 15 volleyball players in the state for both 2021 and 2022. The Italian Lucia Busso serves it away. Gould covers it up herself. Lilo going to Cormier. Eason couldn't dig it. Cormier's 7th kill. That's a match high. 15-11 Oregon State. Timeout on the floor. Beavers won the first set. 25-17. They lead this one 15-11. Oregon State leading the second set 15-11. Annika Hester of the Beavers has 6 kills, hitting .308. Enjoying a laugh with her teammates. Portland hitting .208 in the match, .278 for Oregon State. Portland is hitting .450 in this second set. Oregon State .438. Both teams hitting at a high percentage here in the second set. Pass on the money. Dig by Narlioglu. Gould. Rolling dig by Hildenbrand. Eason's dig right on the dime. Heft goes for the kill and gets it done. That's her 3rd of the match. Side out Pilots 15-12. Larson and Woodward Hart checking back in for the Pilots. Eason and Piper come out. Maui Robbins serves. Leaves out of system. Their get-out-of-jail-free card is Lauren Rummel. She gets dug by Woodward Hart. Shoot set. Cross court over to Ellen Larson. And she has the kill. 25-13. Timeout taken by Oregon State. After the kill by Larson. Jonica Hester, 6 kills, hitting .308, playing her final match as a Beav, along with Lauren Rummel and Tia Shum. Also, Vivian Light's been out the entire year with an injury. This is technically her last match. Annika Hester, told you she very much is into drawing and painting and sculpture. There she is, Hester, the Falmouth, Maine native, 3-time Maine Gatorade volleyball player of the year. This is just some of her work. Thank you, Annika, for passing these along. Sculpture she did some years back. And having been to Africa, as I have, she captured it really well with the silhouette of the giraffe. Annika saying that art will always be part of her life. Love to see Annika play pro volleyball. Got the arm of an international, to be sure. Now Robbins saying that she unlikely will play professional volleyball, according to her head coach, Megan Burton. Wanted to do something different after being around volleyball her whole life. We'll see, maybe that'll change. Rummel high in the air. Overdig by Robbins. Gould with the swing, the wrist away. Puts it down. 16-13 Beavs. Brandon Paz checking in for Oregon State. Mars and Narlioglu out. Andra Paz wearing the libero jersey. Her first match since back in October. Missed 9 matches. Undisclosed injury. Hawaii kept alive nicely by Rummel, Paz, and Shum. The overdig, and it's a kill for Rummel. What a point for Oregon State. 17-13. That ball rattling around the pinball machine. And timeout taken by the Pilots. 17-13 Beavers. Great work by Oregon State. They are an impressive transition team. Big reason why they are 18-9 overall and 12-5 in conference. They have a 17-13 lead in the second set after winning the first. State was able to open up that first set after the Pilots had stayed close early, looking to do likewise here with Paz at the service line. Overpass. Rummel covered up by Paz. Rummel with the bump set. Gould with the swing. Dug by Hildenbrand. Heft goes for the kill, and she gets it done. Havana Heft. 4 kills in this match. Last 5 matches, Heft averaging about 3 kills every 4 sets. Already has 4 in this one. Good work to get a set in the air by Emma Lilo. But on the other end, Nevaeh Bray going down the line. 17-15. Pilots hanging tough in this second set. Hawaii serves. Gould. Dug by Hildenbrand. Here comes Larson. Off the soft block. Rummel there. Lilo going to Rummel. Going back line and getting it done. 18-15 Beavs. Big side out for Oregon State. Get back to a 3-point advantage. Rummel now even with Cormier. Match high 7 kills. Rummel without an attack error in 19 swings, hitting .368. Cormier hitting .267. Larson pushing one down. Smart play. The type of swing that Lauren Rummel is really good at. Larson and Rummel each playing their final matches at the collegiate level for their respective teams, and now Heft, the redshirt sophomore, will serve. 18-16 Beeves. Matias with the bump set, going outside to Rummel. Covered up by Shum. Heft went for the dump, and Green sending it back in her face. Heft tried to go to the well again. And Cheyenne Green read it well. .16 Beeves with Rummel at the service line. They need to get her off the service line ASAP. Callie Piper in for serve receive. She had the pass. Outside to Larson. One-hand dig by Rummel. Narlioglu teeing up Cormier. Overhand dig by Heft. Bump set by Piper. Tight to the net. Narlioglu again. Teeing up Cormier. Wrist away. Dug by Piper. Busso. Covered up by Heft. Robbins with this set. Larson with the swing. Back in. Here's long rally. Kept alive by Oregon State. Green and Narlioglu. Incredible. Narlioglu keeping it alive again. How could she dig that? Has to run the free ball. Longest point so far in this match. Larson tools the block. And the Pilots back within 2. What a point for Portland. Could that inspire them to go on a run here and take this second set? Incredible digs by Yasmin Narlioglu in that set, at that point. Larson comes out after collecting her 4th kill in 10 swings with an attack error. Maya Eason in to serve and play some defense. Matias going to Green. Free ball for Oregon State. Lots of options for Jackie Matias. Going to Cormier. They couldn't consolidate the block because of all the options. And Cormier, as a result, has her 8th kill. Timeout taken by the Pilots. 2017 Oregon State Beavers in the red zone. The Pilots 3 points adrift. And Oregon State looking to go up 2-0. 27-20 Oregon State. Some of the Pilot faithful are here. Portland 9-8 in WCC play. After last year going 5-13. Last 3 years, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins in the WCC. This year with 9. Piper's pass tied to the net. That pass too tight. Nothing Heft could do with it. And the Beavs lead 21-17. Cheyenne Green, the true freshman from Pleasant Hill, Oregon. A little less than an hour south of Corvallis. Had a career high in kills. Career high 19 swings, Green did. That one goes wide. That was Saturday against Seattle U. We can go today. Nia Robbins' 3rd attack error of the match. 22-17 OSU. Service error for Green. Oregon State with 9 service aces against 5 errors. The Green and the Beavs able to open things up. Do you know Woodward Hart, LA native, went to Venice High School, serves it away. Matias going to Mars, off speed. Busso there. Heft going outside to Robbins, using the block. Well done by Maui. 22-19. Robbins, high IQ player, as is the case with just about everybody from Hawaii. Megan Burton was talking to me about that before the match. I said, they all seem smart. She said, yeah, volleyball, #1 sport in Hawaii. They begin playing at an early age. They all play up. Mars finding a seam in the block. 23-19 Oregon State. Big side out for the Beavs. Maintaining control of the second set. Kelly Piper in serve receive libero for the Pilots. She's in serve receive along with Robbins and Eason. It's Maui Robbins. Excellent passer. Robbins got the pass, got the swing, back in the face. Here she comes, second swing of the rally, high off the hands. And Robbins with her sixth kill. Starting to heat up a little bit late in this second set. 23-20. Beavers happy to exchange side outs at this point as Busso will serve with Rummel and Narlioglu eagerly awaiting serve receive. Lucia Busso, the senior from Italy. Good pass by Rummel. Outside to Cormier. Miley Cormier with her ninth kill. Set point for Oregon State. Good court vision by Cormier. Took Oregon State 4 tries at set point in the first set. They had a little more breathing room than they do right now. That's going to Robbins. Rejected. Mars and Matias on the block. And Oregon State takes the second set 25-20. They are up 2-0 in their final match of the year. Beavers hitting almost 300. They're hitting 288. Pilots hitting 211. We are 2 sets in, and the Beavers leading 2-0 over their in-state rivals. Oregon State leading 2-0. They have 4 players whose college careers are coming to an end today. One of them is Lauren Rummel, one of the greatest Beavers ever. And Rummel, in her final collegiate match, has 7 kills. Also has a couple of service aces. Watch Rummel do her thing here. Excellent at knowing where the block is and how to find a hole in it. She has 2 service aces, also has 9 digs. And among those aces, Oregon State as a team has 9. That's 3 shy of their season high. Amalilo with 3 aces. Jackie Matias with a pair. There's Cheyenne Green. Green at 1. There's Lilo. One of her 3. Great to have her back in action for the second straight match. Rummel with a pair of aces. Matias 2. Diashum with 1. So 9 total as a team for Oregon State. Rummel hitting 350 so far without an attack error in 20 swings. Oregon State hitting 288. And the Pilots hitting 211. 25-20, Oregon State took the second set. We will be back with third set action from here in Corvallis in a moment. Hit 2-0. Elsewhere, San Diego wrapped up their undefeated season. They beat Gonzaga 3-1 down at the Jenny Craig Pavilion in San Diego. Gonzaga won the first set 25-20, and then they scored just 29 points in the next 3 sets combined. San Diego finishing the season 18-0 in WCC play. Matias going outside to Cormier, and Miley picks up where she left off in the second set. Beavers score the first point of the third, looking for a 3-set victory. Pepperdine won in 4 over St. Mary's at home. Washington State swept San Francisco on the road. They're in the third set at Louisville Marymount. And the Lions looking for a 3-set win over Pacific. Busso high in the air off the block. And Hildenbrand wearing the libero jersey. 2-0 Oregon State. Jaron Hildenbrand wearing the libero jersey in place of Tinoa Woodward-Hart here in this third set. She's in serve receive along with Eason and Robbins. That's pass too tight to the net. 3-0 Oregon State, starting off this set as they did the first when they won the first 4 points. Santa Clara looking for a 3-set win over Seattle. They lead 2-0. Overpass. Matias. And whisked away by Green. 4-0 Oregon State. And serve receive continues to be an issue for the Pilots. Piper comes in as serve receive libero as Hildenbrand comes out. They're just looking for answers in that back row with Lauren Rummel at the service line. Good pass by Eason that time. The back set. Busso pushing it down and side out for Portland. So that time they got a good pass. And Oregon State couldn't consolidate the block. Lucia Busso now with 3 kills, 19 swings, couple of attack errors. Hester high in the air, covers things up herself. Second swing, using the block. Annika Hester, final collegiate match, 7 kills. Say it again, we'd love to see what Annika could do as a professional. Cheyenne Green will serve for Oregon State. On the platform of Piper, again out of system. It's Robbins who couldn't get it over the net. 6-1 Oregon State. And timeout taken by Megan Burton and the Pilots. Megan said earlier that she'd hoped that both teams would bring their A game. The Pilots certainly have not when it comes to serve receive, and it has cost them in this one. 6-1 Oregon State looking for a sweep here in the third set. 6-1 Oregon State here in the third set. Beavers hitting percentage up to .299. Portland's at .188. Beavers out acing the Pilots 9-2. Pilots have 3 blocks. Oregon State just 2. Oregon State outblocked the Pilots 10-6 when they met 4 weeks ago. Cheyenne Green serve. Eason's pass. Overpass. Matias. Back row attack by Rummel. Overdig by Eason. And Hester. That time Easton couldn't dig it. Amaya not happy with herself. 7-1 Oregon State. Hester 7 kills, hitting .333. Tapped on the back set. Busso wrist away, and Lucia Busso getting a side out for the Pilots. Her 4th kill. Go along with 4 digs. 7-2 Oregon State. Genoa Woodward-Hart no longer wearing the libero jersey. Jaron Hildebrand has it on right now. Woodward-Hart in is a DS. Will serve. And she has an ace. Genoa Woodward-Hart came in 22 service aces, 30 service errors. September 2024 against Oregon State at 20 digs, 4 aces and a couple of kills. Outside to Cormier. Robbins rejected. Hester and Mars. Annika Hester getting an arm on it. 8-3 Oregon State. Beavers' 3rd block of the match. Lilo, Bridget Gould check in for Oregon State. Matias and Hester come out. This is the offense that Oregon State expected to run all year. Lilo back now. 2nd match back after missing 4 weeks. Mars off the block. Diving play for Woodward-Hart. Cormier well off the net. Rolls one over. Dug by Woodward-Hart. Heft. Going to Robbins, who uses the block. Side out Pilots. Robbins' 7th kill against 6 attack errors. 18 assists now for Havana Heft. Robbins will go back and serve. Same high school as Emalilo and Kama Goldstein. Kamehameha Kapalama on Oahu. Mars going over the top. Creatively done for Alana Mars. 9 for Oregon State. He was maintaining command here in this 3rd set. Trying to make quick work of the Pilots in the season finale. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanksgiving's come and gone. That means the NCAA selection show is coming tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific on ESPN. 31 conference champions, 33 at-large bids. Larson uses the block. 9-5 Oregon State. The question is, does Pepperdine get an at-large bid? They beat St. Mary's today, 3-1. Dropped the first set, won the next 3. So Pepperdine, 15-3 in the WCC. There's Rummel, dug by Robbins. Heft going to Larson, pushing one down, but we had a lift. The ball kind of a little bit behind her head. 10-5 Oregon State. Pause in for OSU. Bray on the slide, lunging play by Paz. Lilo, back set. Gould, that left arm. Bridget Gould, 4 kills, 1 attack error, 9 swings. The redshirt freshman from North Bend, Oregon. Down on the coast, went to Marshfield High School, helped into the 4A state title in 2022, was the Skyam League Co-Player of the Year. Larson's pass is a good one. She takes the swing as well and puts it down. 11-6 Oregon State. Oregon State going to lose some big pieces, as are the Pilots. Maui Robbins, Lucia Busso, Ellen Larson, Nevaeh Bray, all playing their final collegiate matches. Pilots have an ace. That's their 4th of the match. First for Havana Heft. Sherman Arleoglu in serve receive. Service error, 12-8 beats. 12-7, pardon me. Beavers rotate to the other setter and opposite in their 6-2 with Matias and Hester coming in. Elo and Gould coming out. Kelly Piper in at serve receive. Targeted by Matias. Off speed by Larson. Dug by Matias. Bump set Arleoglu. Here comes Rummel. Big swing. Dug by Robbins. Dig is a pretty good one. Sent back over by Cheyenne Green. 13-7 Beavs. Might have gone long. Piper elected to play it. Matias to Green. And that goes wide. 13-8 Oregon State. Brandon Eason in for Portland. Eason serve. Good pass by Arleoglu. Hester off speed. Kept alive by Portland. What a great pancake. Back set Hester again this time. Tools the block and gets the kill. Her 8th. 14-8 Beavs. And if you're Portland, here comes trouble. They've got Lauren Rummel at the service line. The Beavers do. She has been a load for Portland to deal with. at the service line today. There's a good pass by Eason. Bruce rejected by Green and Cormier. 15-8 Beavs. Timeout taken by the Pilots. Oregon State running away with the third set. Looking for a sweep against the Pilots. 15-8 Oregon State leads it. So this is going to be an excellent conference coming up in basketball. Everybody knows that. Men's basketball, women's basketball, but volleyball too. Look at the current RPIs of the 2026 Pac-12 volleyball teams. Utah State, Texas State, Colorado State, Boise State, all under 100. Oregon State 114 as of play today. That's the median RPI, 114 for the new Pac-12 as far as their RPIs right now. The median RPI of the current WCC is 202. So the Beavers will be entering a good volleyball conference next year. I will say, though, that their 2-year stint in the West Coast Conference has been a ton of fun. Great players, great coaches. San Diego, a team that played for the national championship, Final Four a couple of years ago, 2022 actually, and they put together another undefeated conference season under Jennifer Petrie. And the future's bright for volleyball in the new Pac-12. All 9 schools have volleyball teams. 15-8 Oregon State. Looking for a sweep over the Pilots. Eason, Piper, Robbins, serve, receive. It was Eason, tied to the net. And we had a violation on the Pilots. And Megan Burton might challenge that right here, saying that Heft reached over the net on the pass by Eason. No challenge issued. 16-8 Oregon State. Beavers on a 3-0 run. There's Robbins. Robbins getting a much-needed side out. Her 8th kill against 6 attack errors. 16-9 Beavers. Hildenbrand and Bray in. Good pass by Narlioglu. Matias. And Cormier tools the block again. Her 11th kill, that's a match high. Esther with 8, Rummel with 7. All 3 hitting above 300, as is Bridget Gould. 17-9 Beavs. Couple of freshmen there, Cormier and Mars, true freshmen. Cheyenne Green, likewise a true freshman. Her serve. Future's bright for this Oregon State team. Robbins went for the high hands and didn't get him. 18-9 Beavs. Oregon State losing 2 key pieces in Hester and Rummel. Also, Tia Shum. But they have a lot of good pieces coming back. Timeout taken by the Pilots. 18-9 Beavs, 7 points away from a 3-set victory over their in-state rivals. In fact, it's a challenge, and Allie Garwood taking a look at it. Challenge on whether or not there was a touch on the swing by Maui Robbins. Pilots had one go their way earlier. Earlier point by Cormier. Cormier with 11 kills, 23 swings. Rummel 7 kills, 23 swings. Hester 8 kills. Mars and Gould 4 each. Cheyenne Green has a pair. Oregon State with 9 service aces. Now let's see here. Was there a touch? Ali Garwood says that the point stays with Oregon State. 18-9 Beavs. Pilots came in having won 3 of 4. Only loss coming in 5 sets to undefeated San Diego. They lost 15-10 in the 5th. But it's been all Oregon State in this one. That one against the antenna. And the Beavs are inching closer. 19-9. Overpass, Mars. Busso couldn't dig it. 20-9, Oregon State. They get into the red zone really early in this one. Cheyenne Green came into this one 9 service aces, but that does not tell the whole story of how well she has served this year, particularly as a middle blocker. Puts a lot of pressure on the opponent, as she did here. Busso, and Matias unable to dig it. Side out, Portland 20-10, Oregon State. A good swing by Busso. Her 5th kill, but the horses are already out of the barn. Even with that, the Beavers are doubling the score. Off speed by Cormier. Robbins pushes it against the block. Matias back set. Hester big swing off the block. Covered up by Matias. Bump set Narlioglu. Cormier big swing. Covered up by Mars. And Beavers unable to get that ball back over the net. Point for the Pilots, 22-11. Pilots losing a lot of key players. 4 of them to be exact. Megan Berg told me she's going to do the transfer portal more than she has in recent years. Got a good freshman class this year. Wants some veterans to surround them. Been a very good year for the Pilots. Again, their last 3 years combined in conference, 12 wins. They have 9 this year, 9-8. They're going to finish at 9-9, barring a miraculous comeback. Inakawai gets the side out. Kawai with 5 kills, 14 swings without an attack error. Now Robbins will serve. 12 serving 21. Lilo going outside. Cormier pushing one down. The Beavs are 3 points away. Again, the selection show, 3 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN, 3 o'clock Pacific. San Diego's in. Will Pepperdine get an at-large berth? They wrapped up their 15-3 conference season with a 3-1 win over St. Mary's today. Oregon State going to finish alone in 3rd in the WCC. There's Bray. In fact, Inakawai with the kill. The Hilo native. She'll go back and serve. 22-13. There's Gould. Going high hands and didn't get him. 22-14. And a really fun season for yours truly, getting a chance to call all 13 Oregon State home volleyball matches. Senior VP of Business Development, Michael Molinari. VP and coordinating producer, Bob Schmelsley. Senior production manager, Mario Johnson. Mars. And Alana Mars has her 7th kill. Producer-director David Hasselfeld doing double duty. He will direct the men's basketball game tonight. SDP tech Lana Watson doing excellent work today. She had to replace the main broadcast unit. And sitting atop the tape, back in Larson's face. Larson with the swing. And first time didn't work, second time does. 23-15. Appreciate all the hardworking crews we've had out here all season long. Havana Hep will serve for the Pilots. He was 2 points away from a sweep of their in-state rivals after they swept them the day before Halloween up in Portland. Shumps passes a good one off the top of the tape. Rummel coming up with another kill, her 8th without an attack error. She is so efficient, hitting 283 coming in. And Rummel hitting above 300 in this one. She has the top hitting percentage among non-middle blockers in the conference. Match point for the Beavs to wrap up the season. Jackie Matias, their setter, will serve it away. Beavers a point away from their 19th win. And from going 13-5 in their second and final year as affiliate members of the WCC. Most of the crowd is on their feet as Matias serves it away. And it's an ace that ends it. 25-15, the Beavs sweep the Pilots. They finish at 19-9 and 13-5. The Pilots 9-9 in conference play, 14-15 overall. Lindsey Bohanic's program very much on the rise. A hug for Megan Burton, who I have to say they're likewise after a very good season, their best in some time. Oregon State next year will be part of the reborn Pac-12, and it's going to be a very good volleyball conference. We're looking forward to that. We'll wrap up this season for both of these teams. For producer-director David Hasselfeld, SDP Tech Lana Watson, for our entire crew, it's been a fantastic season. I'm Rich Burke. That's it from here at Gill Coliseum. The Beavers wrap up their season by garnering their 19th win, and they sweep the Pilots 25-17, 25-20, 25-15.